Hey people of YouTube, today we're covering the complete installation of the 52-inch Montclaire ceiling fan by Home Decorators collection. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation and you're looking for some help, we're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the fan, we're going to go over all the parts and install this thing step by step all the way to turning it on and everything in between. So if you want to, you can watch the whole video or you can use the links below and that'll take you to each individual step of the process. If after watching the video you found it helpful, please click like and subscribe and that'll help other people find it as well. So just a couple of notes about the fan before we get started. This is an indoor dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung on a standard flat ceiling with the included downrod, or it can be hung from a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod sold separately. It does include a light kit that uses 3 LED bulbs, and those bulbs are included as well. The fan has a 3-speed reversible motor and 5 reversible blades, and a remote control. Now before we get started, just a couple of notes. You want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. One other note is if you're hanging this fan where there is just a light fixture on your ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to replace that before beginning. As you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan and we've opened up the manual to the parts page. We're just going to go over all the parts to make sure we have everything before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you have the slide-on mounting bracket that comes pre-installed inside the canopy with a decorative ring on the bottom, and we'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. You'll have 5 reversible blades. Just pick the finish that's right for you. You'll have the ball and downrod assembly, the decorative motor collar cover, the light shade, the light kit pan, the light kit. You have 3 LED bulbs, and the fan motor. Now you also have the remote and receiver, and as mentioned, the receiver has this quick connect wire harness plug to make connecting to the fan quick and easy, and the batteries are included for your convenience. And you also have a hardware pack that has the blade attachment screws and plastic wire nuts. And if installing with an extension downrod, you'll have a bit of extension wiring. So we have all the parts here, just some tools we're going to need. You'll need a flathead screwdriver. You need a Phillips head screwdriver. We like to have a long one and a short one on hand just in case. You may need some wire cutters and strippers. We like to have a line voltage tester just to make sure the wires aren't loud before beginning. You need some electrical tape and of course a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this. The mounting bracket comes pre-installed inside the canopy with the decorative ring attached. To remove the mounting bracket, first pull off the decorative ring. It's magnetic, so it just pulls off. You'll notice an alignment post at the base of the canopy. You'll need to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the base of the canopy, enough so that that alignment post can exit that hole. Once those 2 screws are loosened, you'll simply lift and twist the mounting bracket to remove it from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The bracket has 2 keyhole slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. Simply align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and then slide to hold in place before tightening. This is just a demonstration. To install the mounting bracket, begin by using a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply lines through the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws that were loosened in the outlet box. Then slide the mounting bracket into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both of the outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket. Make sure that both screws are completely tightened. Remove the cardboard motor stop from the motor housing and discard. This piece is just to prevent the motor from moving during shipment. Before routing the wires and attaching the downrod, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the set screw on top of the motor collar. Remove the warning label and use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove this screw. This fan also features a safety tab on the motor collar that will lock the downrod in place should it ever loosen over time. If you ever need to remove the downrod, push the tab down to unscrew the downrod. Before routing the wires through the ball and downrod assembly, Gently pull the green wire from inside the ball and downrod assembly. Next, place the downrod through the canopy so that the largest opening of the canopy is on the ball side. Next, place the decorative ring on the downrod, making sure that the black side with the slots is touching the canopy. The last piece is a decorative motor collar cover. Place that on the downrod so that the largest opening is facing towards the threaded end of the downrod. Then gently run the wires from the fan through the bottom of the downrod so that the plug exits the ball portion. Gently pull the wires through until the downrod meets the motor collar. Attach the downrod to the fan by screwing it into the motor collar. Once the downrod is screwed in, use a flathead screwdriver to completely tighten the set screw on the top of the motor collar. Once the set screw is tightened, slide the decorative motor collar cover down the downrod until it meets the top of the fan. Now the fan is ready to be hung. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the slot in the ball that will engage the tab in the mounting bracket. When hanging, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. This is just a close-up demonstration. To hang the fan, lift the assembly up to the ceiling, noting the location of the tab and the slot. Slide the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the assembly until you feel that slot engage the tab in the mounting bracket. The fan will drop slightly when properly seated. Prepare the remote control by sliding the battery compartment cover off of the back of the remote control. Install the batteries according to the diagram inside the battery compartment. If you have more than one remote control fan in the house, it's a good idea to change the dip switches to avoid possible interference between fans and remotes. The dip switches are located in the handheld remote control and then underneath a rubber plug on the receiver. To change the dip switches, pull the rubber plug up to expose the dip switches and then use a small tool like a small screwdriver to change the dip switch settings. The settings can be any combination of up or down as long as they both match in the receiver and the remote control. There's also a light control switch in the battery compartment of the remote. The switch is labeled O and D and controls the on or dimming function of the light. To disable the dimming function, set the switch to O. To enable the dimming function, make sure the switch is set to D. Once the switches are set, replace the battery compartment cover and the rubber plug. When installing the receiver, make sure the flat side of the receiver is facing towards the ceiling. You'll notice that one side of the receiver has the quick connect plug that will connect to the fan wiring. The other side of the receiver has two wires to connect to the house wiring. Insert the receiver into the mounting bracket with the antenna side first, so that the receiver rests on the ball and downrod assembly. Begin wiring the fan by taking the plug from the fan wires and inserting that into the plug from the receiver. The connectors will simply snap together. Next, take the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and twist that wire together with the green wire from the mounting bracket. Next, connect the green wires to the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Finish the connection using a plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the white wire from the house supply lines. These are the neutral connections. Twist those two wires together and finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finally, take the red wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the black house supply wire. Finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires around the mounting bracket and into the outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using two keyhole slots on either side of the canopy that will align with the two screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align those holes with the screws in the mounting bracket and push the canopy up so the screws come through the keyhole slots, and then twist to hold the canopy in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten those screws and secure the canopy. You can tilt the fan to make extra room for the screwdriver to access the screws. Make sure both screws are completely tight. The decorative ring is magnetic. You just need to align the slots of the decorative ring with the 2 screws at the base of the canopy, and then slide the decorative ring up, and it will attach itself to the bottom of the canopy. The blades for the fan are reversible, so just choose the finish that you like and make sure that finish is facing towards the floor. The blades attach to the fan using the 3 screw holes in the end of the blade that will align with the 3 screw holes in the motor. Insert the end of the blade through the slot on the side of the motor so that the holes align, and use the blade attachment screws from the hardware pack to secure the blade to the fan. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, insert the first screw into the end of the blade, but do not tighten all the way. You'll need a little bit of play to align the 2 remaining screw holes. Start the 2 remaining screws into the 2 holes in the fan blade. Once the 3rd screw is inserted, you can completely tighten the 3rd screw, and then go back and completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. You'll repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. Make sure all of the blade attachment screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and a standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the fan. Begin by removing and saving one of those 3 screws, and then loosen but do not remove the 2 remaining screws. Next, remove the rubber band holding the wires at the base of the motor and gently stretch the wire out. When attaching the light kit pan, make sure that the side labeled "this side up" is facing towards the ceiling fan. Feed the wires from the fan through the center hole and align the keyhole slots of the light kit pan with those screws in the black bracket, and then push up and twist to hold the light kit pan in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and a Phillips head screwdriver and insert the screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan. Completely tighten that screw, and then tighten the 2 remaining screws in the keyhole slots. The light kit attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and a standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit pan. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove and save one of the 3 screws, and then loosen but do not remove the 2 remaining screws. Connect the light kit to the fan by inserting the black wire plug from the light kit into the blue wire plug from the fan, and the white wire plug from the light kit into the white wire plug from the fan. The plugs will snap together when properly connected. Gently tuck the wires into the light kit and align the keyhole slots with the screws that were loosened in the light kit pan, and then press up and twist to hold the light kit in place. Using the Phillips head screwdriver, insert the screw that was removed and saved into the standard screw hole of the light kit and completely tighten that screw. Then completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tightened. Install the 3 included LED bulbs by screwing them into each of the 3 sockets. The light shade is held on by 3 screw holes in the light shade that will align with the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit. Begin by using a Phillips head screwdriver and remove and save the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit. Before installing the light shade, it's important to note the post on the inner rim of the light shade that will insert into the hole on the side of the light kit pan. Insert the post on the inner edge of the light shade into the post hole on the outer edge of the light kit. Once inserted, this will hold the shade in place and allow you to screw the shade onto the light kit. Press the shade up into position and then use the 3 screws that were removed and saved and the Phillips head screwdriver and completely tighten all 3 screws to hold the light shade. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tightened. This fan features a full function remote control. To turn the fan and light off at the same time, press the power button. The fan speed button will cycle through the fan's 3 speeds. Press once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and another time to turn it off. Press the remote light button to turn the light on. Press it again to turn it off. Press and hold to cycle through the dimming. Release the button once the desired brightness is achieved. The comfort breeze setting randomly alternates the fan's 3 speeds to create an organic wind effect. Press the button to start the comfort breeze mode. Press the button again to disable the feature. The fan timer button will automatically turn the fan off at a desired setting. Press once to turn the fan off in 2 hours, twice for 4 hours, and 3 times for 8 hours. Press one more time to disable the timer. This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The reverse switch is located on top of the motor housing. Switch left creates a downward airflow to create a cooling effect during the hotter months. Switch right creates an upward airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling and push it down into the room during the cooler months. Make sure the fan is off and not running before changing the switch position. Congratulations, your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.